Imagine this. You walk into a room full of powerful people. They don't know who you are. You don't speak loudly. You don't tell them about your big dreams. But quietly, day by day, you build trust, offer help, and make real connections. Months later, these same people start to open doors for you. They remember your kindness, your actions, and your silent strength. You became powerful, not by shouting, but by connecting quietly. In this video, we will talk about how to build a strong network without making noise. This is not about showing off. This is about real power, real respect, and real connections. Let's begin. Building a network is one of the most powerful things you can do in life. But many people think networking means talking a lot, showing off, or forcing people to notice them. The truth is very different. The most powerful networks are built quietly. They grow naturally, with patience and honesty. Let's start from the beginning. Why should you build a network quietly? Because true power doesn't shout. It whispers. It doesn't need to tell everyone how great it is. When you build your network quietly, you focus on real connections, not fake ones. You find people who truly share your values. You earn trust step by step, not overnight. This trust is so strong that it can help you in the hardest moments of your life. Step 1. Focus on helping, not getting. Many people think that networking is about asking, taking, and gaining something for themselves. A new job, a profitable deal, or a special opportunity. They walk into every meeting or conversation with the hidden question, what can this person do for me? But the quiet networker understands something deeper, something wiser. The real way to build a network is not by focusing on what you can get, but on what you can give. Think about this. Every person you meet has a challenge, a goal, or a small problem they're trying to solve. Some may be searching for advice, others might need encouragement, and some may simply wish someone would listen to them without judgment. The quiet networker pays attention to these silent needs. Instead of thinking, how can I use this person? They ask themselves, how can I help this person? Imagine you meet someone at a small event. They tell you about their project, and you notice a place where you could help. Maybe you know a useful tool they could try, or you share an experience you had that taught you an important lesson. You don't share this to look smart or to get anything back. You share because you truly want to help them move forward. Days, weeks, or even months later, that person remembers you. They don't remember you as someone who tried to sell them something. They don't remember you as someone who asked for favors. They remember you as the person who listened carefully and offered something useful without expecting anything in return. This memory becomes powerful because it stands out in a world where so many people are only thinking about themselves. This simple mindset of giving first can quietly transform your life and your network. Slowly, you create a circle of trust around you. People start to see you as someone dependable, thoughtful, and kind. And here's the most interesting part. When the time comes that you truly need help, you often don't have to ask. The same people you once helped will step forward on their own, ready to return your kindness. Helping others does not always mean giving big things. Sometimes, the most valuable gifts are small. Sharing a contact, sending an article you read that made you think of them, or even just encouraging words at the right moment. These small actions show people you care about their success, not just your own. True networking, the quiet kind, is never about building a list of contacts. It's about building real human connections. And human connections grow strongest when they start from genuine kindness. Over time, you become someone people respect and trust, not because you demanded it, but because you earned it through your quiet, steady habit of helping. When you walk into the next meeting or event, remember this. Don't think about what people can do for you. Instead, ask yourself, what can I do to help them? In that simple question lies the secret power of quiet networking and a path to building a strong, loyal network that lasts a lifetime. Step 2. Observe before you speak. One of the quiet networker's greatest strengths is patience. While many people feel pressure to speak quickly to prove themselves, the quiet networker knows that the real power lies in waiting, watching, and truly understanding before saying anything. This doesn't mean staying silent forever, but it does mean giving yourself the gift of observation first. Imagine you are at a meeting or a social event. Around you, people are speaking confidently about their ideas, achievements, and plans. It might feel tempting to jump in immediately, to share your own stories so people notice you. But instead, you take a different approach. You stay calm. You listen carefully to what everyone is saying, paying attention not only to their words but also to their tone and body language. You watch who interrupts, who listens, who asks questions, and who seems to only care about being heard. As you quietly observe, you begin to learn many things that those who rush to speak often miss. You start to see what truly matters to each person. You hear the worries hidden behind their words. You notice when someone's excitement grows as they talk about a particular topic, or when their voice softens as they mention something personal. By simply listening and watching, you gain a deeper understanding of the people around you. This patience helps you spot what most people overlook. You can see who is genuine and who is only pretending. You can sense who truly cares about the group's success and who is focused only on their own image. Over time, this understanding becomes a quiet superpower. It helps you choose who to trust, who to help, and when to speak so your words truly matter. When you do decide to speak, your words carry more weight because they are based on real understanding. Instead of speaking only about yourself, you can bring up something that connects with what someone else shared. Maybe you ask a thoughtful question that shows you were truly listening, or you offer an idea that fits perfectly with what the group was trying to solve. People notice this. They feel respected because you didn't just wait for your turn to speak. You waited to understand. Listening also has another quiet power. It makes people feel valued. In a world where so many people talk over each other, being truly heard feels special. When people see that you take time to listen, they trust you more. They open up, share more honestly, and remember you as someone who cared enough to pay attention. Observing before speaking doesn't make you invisible. In fact, it helps you stand out, but in a quieter, more meaningful way. People begin to see you not as the loudest voice in the room, but as someone thoughtful, wise, and considerate. Over time, your reputation grows stronger, not because you forced people to notice you, but because your quiet way of noticing them made a real impact. So next time you enter a meeting, a classroom, or even a casual gathering, pause before you speak. Let yourself observe. Listen deeply. And when you finally share your words, they will carry a quiet strength that comes from understanding, not from the need to impress. This is how quiet networkers build real, lasting connections, not by speaking first, but by seeing and hearing first. Step 3. Be consistent and reliable. Building a strong and lasting network quietly is not something that happens overnight. It takes time, patience, and steady effort. The most important quality you can develop in this process is consistency. When you are consistent, you show people that you can be trusted. You become someone they can count on, and that trust is the foundation of any good relationship, whether personal or professional. Imagine you make a promise to someone. Maybe it is a small promise, like sending an article you said would help them, or meeting for a quick coffee. Being consistent means you keep that promise every single time. You don't let small excuses get in the way. If you say you will help, you help. If you say you will meet, you arrive on time. It might sound simple, but many people fail here. They say one thing and do another. But when you follow through, people notice. Over time, your actions build a reputation that is stronger than words. You don't need to tell everyone how reliable you are. Your reliability will speak louder than any speech or advertisement. People start to trust you because you prove, day after day, that you are dependable. This trust makes your network stronger and your connections deeper. Consistency also means keeping in touch, even in small ways. You don't need to message someone every day or flood their inbox with constant updates. That would be too much and might push people away. Instead, you stay connected by sending a thoughtful message every once in a while. This might be a kind note to check on them, sharing a useful article, or congratulating them on a success. These small actions show that you care and that you remember people, even when you are busy with your own life. It keeps the relationship alive and growing, but in a way that feels natural and respectful. People don't feel pressured or overwhelmed. They feel appreciated. Consistency builds confidence, not only for others but for yourself as well. When you make a habit of doing what you say, you feel more confident in your own abilities. You become someone who can handle responsibility and follow through on commitments. This confidence makes your network even stronger because people naturally want to work with those they know will not let them down. Sometimes building a network quietly means being patient when results take time. You may not see immediate benefits from your efforts, but if you stay consistent and reliable, those efforts will eventually pay off. Doors will open, new opportunities will come, and people will start to recommend you without you even asking. In the end, being consistent and reliable is about respect for others, and respect for yourself. When you respect your promises and your time, people respect you too. This respect forms the quiet power of your network, one small action at a time. So focus on being steady. Show up, keep your promises, and check in when you can. This is the silent strength that builds trust, and trust is the key to any successful, lasting network. Step 4. Stay humble and low profile. When you achieve something good, it is natural to feel proud. You want to share your success and be recognized for your hard work. But here lies a challenge for the quiet networker, resisting the temptation to shout about every achievement. Instead of seeking the spotlight, the quiet networker chooses to stay humble and keep a low profile. This choice is not about hiding who you are. It's about letting your results and character speak for themselves. Humility is one of the most attractive qualities in any person. Think about it. How often do you find yourself drawn to someone who constantly brags about their success? Most people don't enjoy being around someone who always talks about how great they are. It can feel exhausting and even dishonest. On the other hand, when someone stays humble, they invite others to feel comfortable around them. They show that their focus is on doing good work, not on proving their worth through words. Powerful and respected people notice humility. They can tell the difference between someone who works hard quietly and someone who only wants attention. When you stay low profile, you show that you care more about the quality of your work than about applause or praise. This attitude builds respect naturally. People see you as someone serious and trustworthy, not someone trying to impress. Staying humble also acts as a shield, protecting you from jealousy and fake friendships. Unfortunately, not everyone will be happy when you succeed. Some people may smile at you, but secretly feel envy or resentment. If you constantly announce your victories, you may attract these negative feelings and unwanted attention. By keeping your achievements private or sharing them modestly, you avoid stirring jealousy. This helps you protect your peace and focus on what really matters, growing your network with genuine, supportive people. Keeping a low profile does not mean you should never celebrate your wins or share your progress. It means choosing the right time, place, and people for these moments. It means being proud but not boastful. It means letting your success inspire others quietly rather than loudly. When you stay humble, your network grows with real connections. People who connect with you do so because they see your true character and respect your work ethic. These relationships are stronger and last longer. They are built on mutual respect, not on superficial impressions. Remember, true greatness does not need to be announced. It is felt. It is seen in the work you do, the kindness you show, and the consistency you keep. The quiet networker knows that lasting success comes from humility and that the loudest voice is not always the strongest. So next time you achieve something, celebrate inside yourself and share when it feels right, but always stay humble. Your quiet strength will attract the right people and keep your network strong and genuine. This humble path protects your energy, builds respect, and leads to true success. Step 5. Build deep, not wide. When people hear the word networking, many imagine large rooms filled with hundreds or even thousands of people. They think success means knowing as many people as possible, collecting contacts like trophies. But this idea is misleading. In reality, the quality of your connections is far more important than the quantity. Building deep, meaningful relationships beats having a wide but shallow network every time. Think about a tree. It doesn't grow by spreading many tiny roots all over the place. Instead, it grows strong and tall because it puts down a few roots deep into the earth. These roots provide the tree with the strength and nutrients it needs to survive storms and seasons. Your network works the same way. It becomes powerful when you focus on developing a few roots, real, strong connections that can support you no matter what happens. Spending time with people who truly matter is the key. These are not just random contacts or acquaintances you meet once and forget. These are individuals you choose to invest in. You listen to them carefully. You support them during their challenges. You celebrate their successes sincerely. You share your ideas and experiences openly with them. This kind of relationship takes time and effort, but it builds trust and loyalty. Building deep connections means moving beyond small talk. It means creating real friendships that go past surface-level greetings. When you invest in someone this way, they feel your sincerity. They know you care about them as a person, not just what they can offer you. This creates a powerful bond that helps both of you grow. Over time, these deep connections become your true support system. When life becomes difficult or when opportunities arise, these are the people who will stand by you. They will give honest advice, offer help without hesitation, and open doors that you might not even know exist. Unlike a large network full of weak ties, these strong connections are dependable and meaningful. It's easy to get distracted by the idea that knowing more people means more opportunities. But having many shallow connections can leave you feeling spread too thin, disconnected, and even lonely. It's better to nurture a smaller circle of trusted friends and colleagues who truly understand you and want to see you succeed. Also, deep connections are more rewarding emotionally. They bring genuine friendship, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. They help you become a better person because strong relationships challenge you to grow and learn. They bring joy, comfort, and strength when you face tough times. So focus your energy on building depth, not breadth. Find people who share your values and goals. Give them your time, your attention, and your honesty. Show up for them consistently. Listen to their stories. Help them whenever you can. This will transform your network from a list of names into a circle of support and friendship. Remember, a few strong roots can hold up a great tree. In the same way, a few deep connections will build a strong and lasting network. Quality always wins over quantity. Choose depth, and your network will become one of your greatest strengths. Step 6. Work on yourself first. Before you begin building a network, there is one important truth to understand. You must work on yourself first. Your skills, character, and knowledge are the most powerful tools you have when it comes to connecting with others. Without developing these inner qualities, your network will not grow in a meaningful or lasting way. Think for a moment about why someone powerful, successful, or respected would want to connect with you. What can you offer them? The answer is simple, but profound. You must have something valuable to offer, whether it is skills, ideas, wisdom, or a strong character. People want to connect with those who bring value, not just those who want something for themselves. Quiet networkers understand this deeply. They invest a lot of time and effort in improving themselves, but they do it quietly. They don't feel the need to announce every new book they read, every course they finish, or every skill they learn. Instead, they focus on steady growth. They build knowledge, strengthen their character, and develop new skills in the background. This quiet work on yourself makes you naturally attractive to good people. When you improve yourself, you no longer have to chase opportunities or connections. Instead, opportunities find you. People notice your value without you having to prove it loudly or constantly. This creates a much healthier and more genuine network. Working on yourself also means being honest about your weaknesses and taking steps to improve them. It means being patient with your growth and understanding that true development takes time. You learn from your mistakes, you ask questions, and you seek knowledge wherever you can find it. Moreover, when you focus on self-improvement, you build confidence. This confidence is different from arrogance. It is quiet, steady, and rooted in your skills and experience. Confidence helps you connect with others naturally because it shows that you respect yourself and your journey. Another important part of working on yourself is developing strong values and integrity. People are drawn to those who have a clear sense of right and wrong, who keep their promises, and who treat others with respect. Your character is the foundation of your network. Without it, connections may come and go, but they will never last. Remember, your personal growth is a lifelong journey. There is always room to learn, grow, and become better. The quiet networker never stops investing in themselves because they know this is the true key to lasting success and meaningful relationships. So before you focus on building your network, turn inward. Ask yourself what you are doing every day to become better. Are you learning new things? Are you growing as a person? Are you building skills that others will value? When you answer these questions honestly and take action, you will build a strong foundation for your network. In the end, working on yourself first is the most important step you can take. It creates real value, attracts the right people, and prepares you to build a network that is not just big, but strong and lasting. When you focus on your own growth, your network will grow with you naturally and quietly. Step 7. Let your work speak. In the world of networking, there is one powerful truth. Your work is your loudest voice. No matter how much you talk, no matter how many connections you try to make, nothing speaks louder or carries more weight than the quality of the work you do. When you focus on doing excellent work quietly and consistently, people will notice. They will hear about you, not because you shouted your achievements, but because your results spoke for themselves. Imagine an artist who never talks about how great their paintings are. This artist doesn't advertise or brag. Instead, they simply create beautiful, meaningful artwork. The beauty of their paintings attracts attention naturally. People who see the work share it with friends and recommend it without any push from the artist. This is real networking in action, letting your work create connections and open doors for you. When you focus on being excellent at what you do, you tap into something rare and valuable. Excellence is not common. Many people do things just well enough to get by or to appear busy. But true excellence requires dedication, effort, and passion. It means going beyond what is expected and putting care into every detail. This kind of work never goes unnoticed for long. You don't need to shout or promote yourself loudly when your work is excellent. People naturally want to connect with and support those who do great work. Excellence builds trust because it shows you are reliable, skilled, and serious about what you do. It creates a reputation that follows you wherever you go. Letting your work speak also means being consistent. One excellent project is great, but consistent quality over time builds a stronger voice. People begin to trust that your work will always be good, so they recommend you to others and invite you into their circles. This word-of-mouth effect is one of the most powerful forces in building a quiet network. This approach also protects you from the need to overpromise or exaggerate your abilities. When your work shines, you don't have to convince others with words. Your results become proof of your value. This honesty attracts the right kind of attention and helps you build genuine relationships with people who respect your skills and dedication. Sometimes, it can be tempting to talk more about what you do in hopes of being noticed. But talking alone rarely creates lasting impact. People soon see through empty words. Only real quality work earns respect and builds a strong network. Your work connects you to the world in ways that words cannot. It opens doors to opportunities, collaborations, and friendships. It builds your reputation quietly but powerfully. So, instead of focusing on how loudly you can speak, focus on how well you can create. Remember, the world is full of noise. Many people shout to be heard, but their words are empty. Be the person whose work rises above the noise. Let your work speak clearly, strongly, and quietly. It will find its audience. And when it does, your network will grow naturally around your excellence. In the end, the best way to build a network quietly is to build your work loudly, without ever raising your voice. Excellence is the language everyone understands, and it will take you farther than any shout ever could. Step 8. Understand timing. One of the secrets that quiet networkers understand deeply is the importance of timing. Building relationships and connections is not about constant pushing or forcing things to happen. Instead, it is about learning when to act and when to wait. Like a skilled dancer who moves in rhythm with the music, a quiet networker moves with the natural flow of time. Sometimes, timing means knowing when to help someone. Maybe a friend or colleague is struggling with a problem, but they are not ready to ask for help openly. A quiet networker senses this and offers support gently, at just the right moment. Other times, timing means stepping back and giving space. People need room to grow, to think, and to come to their own decisions. If you push too hard or try to force your presence, it can push people away rather than bring them closer. Networking is not a race or a daily checklist of favors and requests. It is a slow, careful dance with many pauses, steps forward, and steps back. You learn when to introduce an idea, when to ask for advice or help, and when to simply listen and wait. This patient approach is what makes quiet networkers wise. Waiting for the right moment is not the same as doing nothing. It means being aware, paying attention, and being ready. You keep learning about the people in your network, their needs, their timing, and their moods. You stay connected without overwhelming them, and when the moment feels right, you step forward with your offer or your request. People notice this patience. They see that you are not desperate or pushy. Instead, you come across as thoughtful and respectful. This creates respect and trust. When you act too soon, people might not be ready to accept your help or your ideas. When you act too late, the opportunity may have passed. Quiet networkers develop a natural sense of timing through observation and experience. This skill of timing also helps you protect your own energy. Instead of wasting effort on moments that are not right, you conserve your strength for when it really counts. You avoid frustration and disappointment by trusting that the right time will come, and when it does, your network will be ready to support you fully. Understanding timing also means knowing when to ask for help. Many people feel uncomfortable asking for support, especially if they don't want to seem weak or needy. Quiet networkers wait for the right moment when their request is meaningful and clear. They know that a well-timed ask is more likely to receive a positive response. Finally, timing is about patience with your own growth. Building a strong network takes time. Results may not come immediately, but by trusting the timing of your journey and being consistent in your efforts, you will see growth over time. In the end, understanding timing is a powerful part of building a network quietly. It allows you to act with wisdom, build trust, and create strong connections that last. Like a dance that flows naturally, your network will grow with grace when you move in harmony with time. Step 9. Protect your energy. Building a network quietly is not just about meeting many people. It's about choosing the right people. Not everyone deserves a place in your network. Quiet networkers understand this clearly. They protect their energy by being careful about who they allow into their circle. This means staying away from negative, selfish, or toxic people who drain your spirit and slow your progress. Imagine your network like a beautiful garden. In this garden, there are flowers, plants, and trees that represent the people who support, encourage, and inspire you. But along with these plants, there are also weeds, people who bring negativity, jealousy, or selfishness. If you do not remove these weeds, they will grow quickly and take away the nutrients your flowers need to thrive. They will block the sunlight and steal your energy. Protecting your network means pulling out these weeds so that your garden can flourish. Protecting your energy is one of the most important things you can do to keep your network strong and positive. Negative people often complain, criticize, or create unnecessary drama. They may also try to take advantage of your kindness or discourage your goals. Spending too much time or energy on these kinds of relationships will leave you exhausted and unmotivated. Quiet networkers recognize the signs early and choose to limit or cut off contact with toxic influences. Choosing the right people means connecting with those who share your values and bring out your best qualities. These are the people who inspire you to grow, encourage your dreams, and support you in difficult times. They celebrate your successes genuinely and stand by you during challenges. Surrounding yourself with this kind of positive energy helps you stay motivated and focused on your goals. Protecting your energy also means setting boundaries. It is okay to say no to invitations or conversations that do not feel good or that drain your energy. It is okay to limit time spent with people who do not respect you or your time. Quiet networkers understand that their time and energy are valuable. They protect both by being mindful of where and with whom they invest their attention. When your network is strong and positive, it becomes a source of strength and motivation for you. You will find yourself surrounded by people who genuinely care about your growth and success. This support makes it easier to keep building your network quietly and confidently. Remember, protecting your energy is not about being rude or unfriendly. It is about respecting yourself and choosing to spend your time wisely. It is about nurturing your garden so that it grows healthy and beautiful. In the end, your energy is your most precious resource. Protect it by choosing your network carefully. Remove the weeds, nurture the flowers, and watch your garden and your life flourish. This careful, quiet protection of your energy is a powerful part of building a network that lasts and truly supports you. Step 10. Stay true to yourself. At the heart of quiet networking lies one of the most important and powerful rules. Stay true to yourself. In a world where many people feel pressure to fit in, to act louder, funnier, or more impressive than they really are, quiet networkers choose a different path. They remain authentic and loyal to their own values, beliefs, and personality. This authenticity is what creates the strongest, most meaningful connections. It's easy to feel like you have to change who you are to be accepted. Maybe you think you need to be louder at events, tell bigger stories, or act more confident, even if you don't feel that way inside. But pretending comes at a cost. When you try to be someone you're not, it creates a false image, one that is difficult to maintain and exhausting to live up to. Over time, this can lead to stress, self-doubt, and a network built on shaky ground. Quiet networkers understand that true success comes from being genuine. When you are authentic, you attract people who appreciate the real you, your strengths, your values, and even your imperfections. These are the people who will support you through thick and thin, because they know and respect the person behind the surface. Authenticity builds trust. People can sense when someone is genuine. They feel safe sharing their own stories and challenges with someone who is honest about who they are. This openness leads to deeper conversations and stronger bonds. When you stay true to yourself, you invite others to do the same, creating connections that are honest and lasting. On the other hand, pretending to be someone else often attracts other pretenders. These relationships tend to be shallow and fragile because they are based on appearances rather than reality. Over time, the mask slips, and these connections fall apart. Authentic networks, by contrast, are built to last because they grow from truth and mutual respect. Staying true to yourself also means accepting who you are today while continuing to grow. It doesn't mean you stop learning or improving. It means you don't lose sight of your core values and identity in the process. You don't change your personality to please others or follow trends. Instead, you focus on becoming the best version of yourself. When you stay true, you also protect your peace and confidence. You don't have to compare yourself to others or pretend to meet impossible standards. You know your worth and value because it comes from within, not from outside approval. Building a network quietly means building a network that reflects who you truly are. It is a circle of people who accept you, respect you, and want to see you succeed, not because you fit a mold, but because you are yourself. So, as you grow your network, remember this: never change yourself just to fit in. Speak your truth gently but firmly. Live your values openly. Be proud of your quiet strength and your unique qualities. In the end, staying true to yourself is the key to building a network that is real, meaningful, and supportive. When you are authentic, your network will be a reflection of your true self. A network that lifts you up and grows with you, quietly but powerfully. The silent power. You might wonder, will this really work? Can someone who is quiet and low-key actually build a strong, meaningful network? The answer is a confident yes. History is full of remarkable individuals who built their networks quietly, without loud self-promotion or aggressive pushing. These people didn't speak the loudest in the room, but they were trusted, respected, and remembered long after others had faded into the background. What was their secret? It was simple, yet powerful: patience, honesty, and kindness. These qualities allowed them to build genuine connections that stood the test of time. They didn't rush to collect contacts or seek quick favors. Instead, they took their time, focusing on real relationships and steady growth. They never felt the need to show off or force their presence. Their strength came from being reliable and authentic. Patience was a key part of their journey. Quiet networkers know that building a network is not a sprint, but a marathon. They understand that lasting relationships take time to develop. They invest slowly and steadily, planting seeds of kindness and trust. They don't get discouraged if results don't come immediately. They keep working quietly, knowing that over time, their efforts will bloom into something powerful. Honesty is another cornerstone of their success. These individuals didn't pretend to be someone they were not. They showed their true selves, flaws and all. People respected their authenticity and were drawn to their realness. Honesty also meant keeping promises and being consistent in their actions. This built trust, which is the foundation of every strong network. Kindness was the quiet power behind their connections. Instead of focusing on what they could get, they focused on how they could give. They helped others without expecting anything in return. This selfless attitude created goodwill and deep bonds. People naturally wanted to support them because they felt valued and cared for. The beauty of this silent power is that it does not require changing who you are. You don't need to become loud, flashy, or aggressive to succeed. You don't need to adopt a different personality or fake confidence. You can be yourself, quiet, thoughtful, and kind, and still build a network that is strong and supportive. When you embrace this approach, your network will grow around your values and true character. The people you connect with will appreciate you for who you really are, and these connections will be genuine and lasting. You won't have to pretend or work hard to keep up appearances. Your network will be a reflection of your authentic self. Remember, the loudest voice is not always the strongest. Sometimes, the quietest voices carry the most power because they speak with honesty, patience, and kindness. These qualities create trust and respect that stand the test of time. So believe in the silent power you hold. Trust that your quiet dedication will build something real and lasting. You don't have to change to fit in or be noticed. Your true strength lies in being yourself. And with patience and kindness, you will build a network that supports you through every step of your journey. Real-life example: Daniel's story. To truly understand how quiet networking works, let's look at a real-life example. Daniel was a young graphic designer who loved his work, but was naturally quiet and reserved. He didn't enjoy big parties or loud, crowded networking events where people often competed to be the center of attention. Despite this, Daniel had a strong desire to grow his career and connect with others in his field. He wanted to find new clients, learn from experienced professionals, and build lasting relationships, but he wasn't comfortable forcing himself into noisy social situations. Instead of trying to become someone he wasn't, Daniel chose a different path. He decided to build his network quietly and authentically. He began by sharing useful design tips on social media platforms. These posts were not flashy advertisements, but thoughtful advice and creative ideas that helped others improve their own work. Daniel's focus was on offering value, not selling himself. Slowly but surely, people began to notice his knowledge and generosity. In addition to his online presence, Daniel offered free help to small businesses in his local community. He volunteered his time to design logos, flyers, and websites for nonprofits and startups that couldn't afford professional services. This wasn't a marketing stunt. It was his way of giving back and building genuine relationships. He listened carefully to the needs of these business owners and paid close attention to their feedback. Daniel remembered small details about the people he worked with, details that many others overlooked. This showed he truly cared, and it made a big impression. Over time, the quiet work Daniel put into his relationships began to pay off. People started to recommend his work to others without him asking. He received calls from clients he had never met in person. These new opportunities came from word of mouth, from people who had heard about Daniel's kindness, skill, and professionalism. His reputation grew slowly but steadily, built on trust and real connections. Daniel never bragged about his work, or tried to force himself into the spotlight. He didn't send out mass emails or shout about his achievements. Instead, he let his work and character speak for themselves. His quiet dedication and consistency created a network that not only brought him new projects, but also friendships and respect from his peers. Daniel's story proves an important lesson. You don't have to be loud or outgoing to be successful. Building a network quietly, with patience and genuine care for others, can lead to lasting success and meaningful relationships. His journey shows that being authentic and focusing on giving rather than getting can create powerful results. In the end, Daniel's quiet approach allowed him to grow professionally while staying true to himself. His network became a source of support and opportunity, a community built on respect and kindness. This is the true power of quiet networking, and anyone, no matter their personality, can follow this path to success. The long game. Building a network quietly is not a race, nor is it something that happens overnight. It is a long, steady process, much like planting trees. When you first plant a seed, you don't immediately see the tree. At first, there is just a small seed beneath the soil. It takes time, care, and patience before a tiny sprout appears. Then slowly, year after year, the tree grows taller and stronger. Eventually, it becomes a mighty presence, providing shade and shelter for many. Quiet networking works the same way. At the beginning, your efforts might feel invisible. You might help others without getting immediate recognition. You might send thoughtful messages or share useful advice that seems to go unnoticed. You may keep your promises quietly and consistently, building trust in small steps. But all of these actions are seeds you plant in your network. Many people give up too soon because they want quick results. They want to see immediate returns like fast followers, instant connections, or sudden job offers. While quick results can feel good temporarily, they often lead to weak, shallow connections. These relationships are easy to break and don't provide the support or trust needed for lasting success. Strong networks, on the other hand, take time to grow. They require patience and steady effort. Each small act of kindness, each promise you keep, each new skill you develop is like watering the seeds in your network. You may not see the full impact right away, but these actions quietly build a foundation. The long game is about believing in your journey, even when progress seems slow. It's about trusting that your efforts matter, even if no one praises you immediately. Quiet networkers understand this well. They know that strong roots develop below the surface, unseen but vital. These roots give strength to the network so it can grow tall and wide over time. When you keep working patiently, your network starts to take shape. People remember your kindness and reliability. They come to trust you because you've shown up consistently. Your skills grow, and you become more valuable to those around you. Little by little, the seeds you planted begin to sprout, and your network turns into a supportive forest. This forest is more than just a group of contacts. It becomes a source of strength, opportunities, and friendship. The shade from these trees protects you during difficult times. The connections you build quietly offer support when you need it most. You'll find doors opening, advice flowing, and genuine care surrounding you. So, if you are starting to build your network quietly, remember the long game. Be patient and faithful to your efforts. Don't rush or try to force things to happen quickly. Instead, nurture your relationships with care. Keep giving value without expecting immediate rewards. In the end, the forest you planted with patience and kindness will grow strong and wide. It will be a lasting legacy of your quiet dedication. Trust in the slow, steady process. Keep watering your seeds, and one day you will stand in the shade of the powerful network you created. Final thoughts, quiet but strong. In today's world, it often feels like noise is everywhere. People shout for attention on social media, at events, and in meetings. It seems like the louder you are, the more successful you become. But here is the truth. You don't have to join that noise to build a powerful network. There is another, quieter way, one that focuses on patience, sincerity, and steady effort. Building your network quietly means focusing on giving rather than getting. It means listening carefully and understanding others before speaking. It means staying true to your values and being authentic in every interaction. This approach may seem slower at first, but it creates connections that are real and lasting. On my channel, English Achieve, we often talk about the power of consistency and genuine growth. This quiet way of building relationships fits perfectly with that philosophy. When you work on yourself, improve your skills, and let your work speak for itself, you attract the right people naturally. You don't need to shout your achievements. Your dedication and results will do that for you. Choosing your connections carefully and protecting your energy is just as important as making new contacts. Not everyone deserves a place in your network. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and share your values. This keeps your network strong, positive, and supportive. In the end, quiet strength is far more powerful than loud words. Real power is built silently, day by day, act by act. The most respected people in any field are often those who don't speak the loudest, but whose presence is felt the deepest. So trust in your quiet power and keep building your network, one meaningful connection at a time.